Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles the Bands, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, we got a show that's going to get a lot of people talking. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. Let's get into today's topic now. So, you know, there's this long-standing debate that's been going on between who's better. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. Who's better? Us Kobe fans believe Kobe's better. LeBron fans will tell you LeBron James is better. Even a few days ago, somebody sent me a video of Nick Wright talking about why Kobe and LeBron is in a debate. I didn't even bother to waste a second of my time watching that show. But nevertheless, this is still a conversation that goes on. LeBron fans have their reasoning for why they feel like LeBron is greater. And us Kobe fans have our reasons for why we feel Kobe is greater. And one of the reasons us Kobe fans believe Kobe is greater is because of the competition he beat, right? And the teams that he had to play against. I think Kobe's most impressive championship was the 2010 championship when he was playing against a big three. But apparently, LeBron feels like it was even more than a big three. He believes that Celtics team was a big four, believe it or not. So I came across an article here from Sports Illustrated. It says, LeBron shows respect to former Celtics star Rajon Rondo. It was a big four. And I'm like, that was a big four, the team that you couldn't beat until you got to Miami, but Kobe beat them. And I'm like, well, if there was this big four and Kobe beat a big four, what are we really saying here? This is what we want to get into here today. But before we even get into this article, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least two for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into what this article had to say here. It continues on. It says, the Boston Celtics were responsible for ending the first LeBron James era in Cleveland. After beating the Cavaliers in the 2010 playoffs, James decided to leave Cleveland to head to Miami. Those Celtics teams of the late 2000s were some of the best teams in Celtics have had in decades. They were able to win the 2008 championship after trading for Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett. A lot of fans around the NBA just think that those two formed a big three with Paul Pierce, but a young Rondo was also a key part of what the Celtics did. Rondo was a good point guard who was an excellent passer and a solid defender. Even though he wasn't a good three-point shooter, he was still able to be a point guard on a championship team. LeBron understands how good Rondo was for the Celtics and understands that he was a big part of their success. He made sure to give him some respect while talking to Pat McAfee. He said, everybody called Boston a big three. It was a big four. Don't forget Rajon Rondo. He thinks it was more of a big four than it was a big three. That's how much respect he has for Rondo and what he was able to do for the Celtics during that time. James played with Rajon Rondo in Los Angeles, and they won the title together in the 2020, particularly because of what Rondo did for the Lakers from beyond the three-point arc. James understands how good Rondo is firsthand. Those Celtics teams have had some issues with other since playing together. They can't seem to get it together for a reunion. Some of that is due to Rondo and his personality. Rondo has, okay, so the article said that. Now, I decided to go back and look at some of those Celtics rosters. I looked at the 08 Celtics. Who do they have on that team? Ray Allen, Tony Allen, P.J. Brown, Sam Cassell, Glenn Davis, Kevin Garnett, Eddie House, Kendrick Perkins, Paul Pierce, Scott Pollard, James Posey, he was really good, Leon Poe, who was really good, and he came up really big for the Celtics in the finals against the Lakers, Brian Scalabrine, and Rajon Rondo. I then looked at the 2010 Celtics roster. That's the team that Kobe faced. That team had Ray Allen, Tony Allen, Marquise Daniels, Glenn Davis, big baby Glenn Davis, Michael Finley. I don't even remember they had Michael Finley. Kevin Garnett, Eddie House, Marcus Landry, Kendrick Perkins, Paul Pierce, Nate Robinson, Rajon Rondo, Brian Scalabrine, Rasheed Wallace, and Henry Walker. This Lakers team that beat this big four, and you heard their roster, was comprised of Shannon Brown, Kobe Bryant, Andrew Bynum, Jordan Farmar, Derek Fisher, Paul Gasol, DJ McBenga, Adam Morrison, who didn't play at all, Lamar Odom, Josh Powell, Sasha Vujicic, Luke Walton, and Meta World Peace. That was a team that Kobe beat this big four with. So if they were a big four, and I think it's important that I state that on that Lakers team, the only top 75 player in sight was Kobe Bryant. The only top 75 player in sight, I'm talking about like at the peak of their powers, was Kobe. I remember game 2 in LA when I think Ray Allen hit, was it 7 threes or something like that when they stole game 2. And you're like, how are we going to beat this team? I mean, that series was a nerve. And that's when they had the 2-3-2 format, when it was really hard. So if you didn't get the job done at home, you were super screwed going on the road. And the Lakers won game 1, they lost game 2, and they needed that game 3. And boy, oh boy, did they get it. And then they lost the next 2 games, came back with a blowout in game 6, and game 7 was game 7. That's who Kobe Bryant was going up against. He didn't have Dwayne Wade next to him. He didn't have Chris Bosh. Paul Gasol, I think, was a one-time All-Star before he joined Kobe. And in that first run, when they went to the finals, where they lost to the Celtics, Paul was totally bullied by the Celtics. Kobe had to infuse his mentality into Paul, where he became a nastier player. And Kobe said it. We went up against a team that was just nasty, full of dogs. And that by the 2010, the Lakers had taken on Kobe Bryant's personality. So we're not even talking about the X's and O's. We're talking about the leadership, talking about elevating what you have to the next level. And don't forget, in a 2-year stretch, Kobe beat more 50-win teams in the playoffs than Magic Johnson had ever did in the entirety of his NBA career. Think about that as well. So LeBron's saying that the Celtics were a big four. Boy, what are you admitting here? Because the dude that y'all fans be running around here hollering and screaming and twerking it up, pouring honey all over each other, be telling me that bro, look what he did against that team. Look what he did. I'm just saying. Kobe had to run nowhere. He stayed put, and he's like, we got to do what we got to do and get better. And that's what they did. They just elevated their game, and he spearheaded that effort. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.